Good evening, everyone. We're about to get started. Just a reminder to please mute your mics so that will greatly improve our sound quality and reduce feedback. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome to our first ever 8th grade parent informational session on linked learning pathways at Staley High School. I'm Dr. Larry Smith, principal at Staley High School, and I'm very excited to welcome you all tonight and to have an opportunity to share with you information about linked learning pathways at Staley High School and the opportunities your students will have to engage in industry-based theme learning during their high school career beginning next year, their freshman year. As we have been working to prepare for this journey here in North Kansas City Schools District and at Staley High School, it has been very evident that in schools that engage students in linked learning through industry-themed pathways, students work harder and dream bigger when their learning connects with them and connects them to the world. Linked learning is a proven approach that engages students in a way that inspires them and adds a real sense of relevancy to their educational experience. With me tonight to share information with all of you are Newmark Principal, Ms. Ramona Dunn, and College and Career Facilitator, Ms. Megan Halpin. Also, we have Staley Assistant Principal, Mr. Kevin Cooey, and Staley Counselor, Mr. James McNeely. Thank you, team, for being here tonight with us. Before we get started, I did want to remind everyone of a few protocols to help our informational session go a little smoother. Obviously, we would like to be meeting with you in person, and we're hopeful that we'll be able to meet with you in person very soon. However, since we are meeting in this format tonight, I do have to ask you all to please mute your mics and keep your mics muted throughout our session this evening. That will greatly improve our sound quality and reduce feedback while we're meeting virtually. Next, throughout our presentation tonight, if you have any questions, please type those questions in the chat. Due to the format of our meeting and our time limit of 30 minutes, we may not be able to get to all questions tonight. If we are not able to answer your question tonight, please know that a follow-up form will be emailed to you after this meeting with an opportunity for you to ask those questions. And after that, a member of our team will contact you personally to answer your questions. Okay, with that, it's my pleasure to introduce Megan Halpin, our College and Career Facilitator here at Staley High School, to share more with you about the future of linked learning pathways at Staley.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I just want to introduce myself first. My name is Megan Halpin, and I am the College and Career Facilitator here at Staley. We have a quick presentation for you tonight, and then we will open it up for some more questions. Like Dr. Smith said, we will follow up with you afterwards if you would like us to. So just give me a second to kind of quickly pull our presentation up. All right, can everyone see my screen? Just a thumbs up. Perfect, thank you so much. All right, so tonight I just get to share with you pathways here at Staley High School. Again, like I said, my name is Megan Halpin, and I am the College and Career Facilitator here at Staley. My job consists really of 3 main roles: to work with our seniors on developing their post-secondary plans, to help develop and implement our high school pathways here at Staley, and to work to partner with community organizations to help connect our students to our community. We are excited to share with you the new and exciting work being done here at Staley. We know you've already received a few communications from the district about our linked learning pathways, but tonight you will learn a little bit more about pathways here at Staley and how they work. Throughout this presentation, we just ask that you please keep your mic muted and put any questions that you have for us in the chat. Again, we may not be able to get to all of our questions today, but we will have more parent sessions in the spring, and I'll also provide a survey at the end in case you would like us to follow up with you. In the chat right now, I have put our district FAQ that also contains the link to our Portrait of a Graduate information. First, we're going to begin with the why behind our high school redesign. The basis for this transformation began with our portrait of a graduate, which identifies the 7 attributes we want all students to personify when they graduate: integrity, learner's mindset, problem solving, adaptability, collaboration, communication, and empathy. In our ever-changing society with jobs that we've never heard of before, we want to prepare our students for the future ahead. By offering rigorous and engaging industry-embedded opportunities, our students will gain a competitive edge over their peers in college, career, and in life. Our high school redesign is designed to engage all students, develop a sense of belonging in high school, be college and career ready, and leave with an advantage over their peers. We want to center our focus on student learning and engage them through areas that they are interested in while teaching them transferable skills that they need to prepare for their future. So what exactly are pathways? So linked learning pathways create a focused partnership between students, teachers, and the community, providing relevant, personalized, and real-world learning experiences for all students. Throughout a student's high school experience, they will have the opportunity to learn course content through an industry-themed focus and take courses that emphasize those interest areas. For example, if a student is interested in the area of business, they will have an opportunity to write a business plan, engage with current business professionals in their own core classrooms, and find ways to connect what they are learning. Although pathways are tailored to a narrower focus of interest, all pathways help students develop skills and a mindset that goes beyond that specific industry sector or focus area. This is our Staley High School pathway structure. We have 4 schools of based on Kansas City Mid-America Regional Council data, showing areas of interest and need right here in mid-Missouri. A list of our schools of are below, and then underneath of those, we have more specific pathways. For example, you'll notice in the School of Health Sciences and Services, we have 2 pathways, Health Sciences pathway and the Health Services pathway. Structurally speaking, you can think of a school of as a college within a university and a pathway as a major within that college. Please note, we absolutely are not asking your child to pick a major right now, but just an area that they are interested in. In each school of, students are still getting all of their core classes, all graduation requirements, all elective options, and all classes are still being taught to the same standards that they currently are being taught in. A big question is, how is my student going to choose a pathway? We want students to pick based off of what they are interested in or what they think they might like. We are also using Missouri Connections Interest Inventory as a guide. In October, students took Missouri Connections Interest Inventory and received the results of career areas that might match up with their interests. Newmark teachers and counselors have also been working on developing conversations with students about careers and interest areas to help develop their knowledge base of what options are out there. As we begin second semester, there will be a variety of opportunities for students to learn more about pathways and about what programs and opportunities sound interesting to them. Our high school counselors spend one-on-one time with students to help them understand their choices and make sure their voice is heard when they choose their pathway. As students begin to explore what areas they're interested in, we've listed several potential careers under each school of. By no means is this an extensive list, but rather just examples of what types of professions that would fit within that school. One of our goals in pathways is career exposure. We want students to be able to explore careers that they're interested in and that they've heard of, but also discover careers and jobs that they did not know were even possible. We're incredibly excited to have a large base of industry partners that have helped us identify specific skills, coursework, and projects that students would be able to connect with in each school of. We want students to build that real connection, know the why behind what they're learning, and be excited about all of the opportunities that they have. We want all students to truly be engaged in their coursework and what they are learning. With real-world learning experiences, all students will have creative, innovative opportunities to engage with industry area professionals in areas that they are interested in. Real-world learning is what really stands out in our pathway work. Currently, not all of our students have this opportunity, and we have a team of professionals that are incredibly excited about preparing, mentoring, and helping the next generation. We want to invite guest speakers in to speak with students about what options that they have in their career field and what their day-to-day life truly looks like. We also want students to be able to engage in that questioning, asking professionals, what classes did you take? What was your major? Is your job actually fun? Job shadows are another incredible opportunity for our students. Being able to see what an office is really comprised of, how a person would pace out their day, and what actual skills are used in the workplace. Client-based projects are an innovative opportunity for our students. We have professionals who bring students problems to solve for their workplace, then mentor students throughout that process, and then students present those project solutions to a professional group who would then implement the student solution at their workplace. These projects could include having our creative design students work on a new company logo, our hospitality and tourism students work on a banquet menu for the company's end of the year celebration, or even a physics class help find solar panel solutions for a company looking to save on their electric bills. Internships and capstone projects will help connect our upperclassmen to industry professionals to get that real life experience, to add an advantage to their resume, and possibly even connect with future employers. Career fairs and mock interviews will also be included and will be designed with students in mind to help continue to explore options that are out there, what interests they have, and help them develop the skills that they need for the future. We want all students to be prepared for their transition to high school, but also to their pathway. We're incredibly excited to have the class of 2025 here at Staley and are looking forward to supporting them in their high school experience. There are several things that we're doing right now to help aid in this time of transition. First, at Newmark, we are incredibly lucky to have an amazing, supportive Newmark staff led by Principal Ramona Dunn that has already started their work in preparing students for next year. This includes taking the Missouri Connection Survey. Students did take this survey in October, and counselors came to speak with students about their results and what those meant. Principal goals and building goals are focused on preparing students for our college and career pathways. This includes, this spring, courses working to connect their course contents and develop real-world learning skills. Here at Staley, we've already begun our work as well. Our teachers have gotten consistent pathway communications, including every teacher, even though we only start with freshmen next year, being a part of this pathway process. This spring, our pathway teachers will receive continued professional development opportunities for them to participate in externships with business partners in their pathway, and collaborative team time with their pathway team. Business partners have already connected with several teachers, asking how they can be a part of units they are teaching and sharing their knowledge about what skills they look for in their profession. We want all students to feel prepared as well. Starting in January, we will have multiple opportunities for students to discover more about pathways that are offered here at Staley. We will host times for students to ask questions, explore elective options, and learn more about high school in general. We will host a pathway fair where students will be able to meet with teachers, ask questions, and discover which pathway sounds most interesting to them. We will also have a website available for students to access at any time that gives them the tools to learn more about each pathway experience. Ultimately, we want to increase student engagement in their learning, develop interest and career awareness. We want to challenge students by offering rigorous courses, help them make connections to the real world, and develop a strong skill set to prepare them for the future. Several parents have reached out asking how they can help prepare their student for their freshman year, and we encourage you to continue having discussions with students about their interests, career types, and goals. When students understand the connection between their education and the real world, they are more motivated to learn and succeed. Linked Learning Pathways creates a focus, and we're excited to begin. With our redesign, we have been asked several questions that we just kind of wanted to address before we initially open everything up. So the first question is, can my student change pathways? The answer is yes. We encourage students to stay within their school of, but we completely understand that students' interests are consistently growing and changing, and we'll make sure that every student, even if they change a pathway, will be on track. Question number 2, can they take whatever elective they want? Absolutely yes. Students are encouraged to pursue their passions, so band, choir, theater, global languages, all electives, even those that are in other pathways, are open to all students. Number 3, isn't this early for them to choose a career? We 100% understand that most students have absolutely no idea what they want to be when they grow up, and oftentimes, if they do, it's a weekly change. However, we're not asking a student to pick a career, but rather focus their learning through an area that they're interested in. All core content standards are still the same. They will be taught the skills and be prepared for the next course. For example, if I'm a student in the School of Business and I'm taking an ELA 1 class, I'm probably still going to read Romeo and Juliet. What I might also do is write a marketing pitch for Romeo to pitch to Juliet's family as to why they should get married. I will still learn to write persuasively, and I'm still going to learn how to break down the meaning of a play. However, maybe my next class project, I might get to work with a company on writing a marketing proposal for them. And then question number 4, how is high school changing for students? Our hope is that the high school is becoming more relevant. We want students to still eat lunch with their friends, to take challenging classes, to participate in extracurricular activities like band, choir, soccer, and debate. And we'll absolutely still have pep assemblies and homecoming and prom, maybe the occasional snow day. But ultimately, we just want kids to engage within what they're learning. Okay, and then lastly, the presentation gave you all some more detailed information about our linked learning pathways and helped answer some initial questions maybe. I do want to open it up now for further questions. Again, please know we do have quite a few people on our call today, so we may not be able to get to all of our questions. However, in the chat here in just a second, I will drop in a Google form. So if you would like somebody to follow up with you, if we have some more general questions that we could answer, we would be happy to do that as well. Okay, sorry, we got some questions coming in. Does this impact activities? No, this does not impact extracurricular activities. Hopefully, this will, again, increase that sense of belonging here at Staley and allow kids to be engaged in all types of extracurriculars.
And I can add to that just a little bit. In some of the schools that we've seen that are engaged in this work, we've seen an increase in extracurricular activities that often center around some of the schools of and some of those themes. And so we've seen increased engineering clubs, medical clubs, culinary kinds of clubs, and things like that that center around the students' interest areas. So we're actually hopeful that this will generate more club ideas and extracurricular opportunities for students to engage in while they're in high school.
Can you send out the slide where it shows pathways? Yes, absolutely. When I send a follow-up email, I can send out all of that information as well. Do we as parents get to see our child's survey results? From Missouri Connections, they each have an account that they can log on to, and that will show their results as well. If for some reason they forgot that login information, which might be very true, please feel free to reach out and I can absolutely send it your way. And I'm sure that Christina Taggart over at Newmark, who is here as well, hi Christina, would be more than happy to send that information. Are students able to take AP classes? Yes. AP, dual credit, honors courses are all available and offered to every student in any pathway they're choosing. Our off-campus programs, yes, all of our off-campus programs are still offered. They're highly encouraged. We would love students to participate in off-campus programming. And hopefully within our pathways as well, students will be able to be exposed to those programs earlier so they kind of know what classes they would need to take in order to be successful in those off-campus programs as well. Sorry, I know without audio, this might be a little awkward just listening to me read, but are the students going to have advisory classes by pathway? How often will they be meeting with their pathway coordinator? This is a great question. I know that students will be meeting with their counselors before they leave from Newmark, as well as when they get to Staley as well. In terms of advisory courses, Dr. Smith, do you want to address that really quickly?
Sure. Right now, we have an advisory period that is separated students by grade. We are currently working through some of these things right now and are looking to engage kids within their pathway as much as possible. So I can see a situation where their advisory will be by pathway and grade. So ninth grade students in a particular pathway would have the same advisory. Sophomores in a particular pathway would have the same advisory class. And that's the way that we would look at potentially dividing that up.
How does this work with early college academy? Students still have the same types of credits going into early college academy as well. So it's just like how it does normally. All students are allowed to take early college, and then they could potentially take their electives here as well.
At Staley, we've seen a high enrollment in early college program, our dual course, dual credit classes, and also our AP classes. It's not uncommon for us to have students that actually leave here as a sophomore in standing in college, or even a junior in college standing. And those opportunities for students will remain and are still encouraged for our students. We have a lot of students and families that take advantage of those opportunities, and we wouldn't want to see those go anywhere. So we're excited about that still for our students here at Staley High School. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead. We just have a few more minutes before our session is over. Again, if you have some more questions that come up, please feel free to contact me. My email is at the bottom of that original FAQ that was sent out. In the chat right now, I will go ahead and post a post-session follow-up. So if you would like to find a time to discuss pathways further, we'll be hosting some more sessions at the beginning of the semester in January, but of course we're also available in between that time. But we truly appreciate all of your participation, and hopefully we answered some of those initial questions about pathways at Staley next year. We're truly excited about this opportunity and are very much looking forward to next year. But I'll go ahead and turn it back over to Dr. Smith, who will give his closing remarks.
Okay, great. I really don't have a lot more to add in closing. I just wanted to say thank you to each of you for attending tonight. We look forward to partnering with all of our families to help all of our students soar. We can't wait to welcome our future Falcons in the fall. There'll be a lot more information coming throughout the spring semester regarding their freshman year. So please continue to look for that. And go Falcons, #Staley Strong. We look forward to getting to know all of you this spring, and especially in the fall, and when our Falcons get to come on campus. So have a great evening. Thank you again for coming and tuning in tonight for our informational session. Good night.